In today's episode of Value on My Toy Collection, we're going to do another installation of our Strawberry Shortcake appraisals. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Well, let's jump right in and start valuing this big old Strawberry Shortcake collection. First, we have one of our little plush dolls, and she's worth a solid $15. And then we have a bigger Strawberry Shortcake rag doll, and she's worth about $18. I have to make sure I don't knock everything over. It's been on these shelves for so many years. I'm packing everything up and trying to value it as I pack it up for the toy museum. This little Strawberry Shortcake plush, she's worth about $14. Then we have the giant Purple Pie Man plush. He's super duper rare. He's worth $100, and Sour Grapes is also worth $100. I couldn't believe they were worth that much, but that's what they're going for. Then this vintage Strawberry Shortcake jar with Strawberry Shortcake sitting on the strawberries is worth about $20. Then we have this little figure of her propped up next to a big strawberry. It's worth about $8. Have an empty Strawberry Shortcake body wash container that's worth about $2. And we've got this vintage Strawberry Shortcake trinket box worth $35. It's pretty hard to find as well. Next up we have this little ceramic piece of cake. I think it used to be a salt and pepper shaker. Probably worth about $1. And then this little faded Strawberry Shortcake. She needs a repaint. She's only worth about $2 like that. Then we have these little figures. You see they were $1 when they came out, but now they're worth about $6 each. And we have 4 of these. So each of these roughly anywhere from $6 to $8 it says on eBay, but I always try to take the lowest value, so I'm comfortable in saying they're worth $6 each, especially when I just paid $1 for them. All right, let's see what else we have. All right, we have some minifigures. These little 2 Strawberry Shortcake figures are Happy Meal toys. They're worth $5 each. And Angel Cake right there is worth $8. And then the Strawberry Shortcake on the raft is worth $4. And Ginger Snap is worth $4. Got this really cool needlepoint someone did worth at least $20. And then we have this giant strawberry plush worth about $10. And then the little Ginger Snap plush is worth about $15. Then we have a couple more figures. This Strawberry Shortcake in the gown, she's worth about $8. And this one also in a gown, it's worth about $8 as well. I have this really cool snow globe. It's worth about $20. And then we have a few more figures we'll go through. We have this little plaque. It's worth about $10. It's really from the 80s. And then we have this little Strawberry Shortcake with the cat worth about $8. And this one in the hat's worth about $8. I think they're both Happy Meal toys, but I'm not sure. We've got a Strawberry Shortcake metal lunch box that's worth about $40. And these 2 little dolls, they're worth about $2 each. And these little dolls coming up with the real hair and the plastic bodies, these are actually Happy Meal toys. And these are pretty nice Happy Meal toys. This Orange Blossom, she's worth about $6. And then this one's worth about $6. And this one's worth about $6. And then we have a Strawberry Shortcake. She's also worth $6. And then we have this Angel Cake figure, and she's on a little stand here, and she's worth about $6. Have this little charm. She's worth about $3. And the cat named Custard sitting on the strawberry is worth about $8. We have a little apple dumpling sitting on a strawberry. She's worth about $8. And then another little Happy Meal figure worth about $6. I have this really rare laundry hamper. It needs a good cleaning, but I'm gonna value it at 50. On eBay it says like 75 to 85, but I think that's way too much, so 50 is good. I have this Ralph set that's worth about $15. That's unopened. Then we have an apple dumpling rag doll. She's worth at least $15. And a newer strawberry shortcake doll who's also worth about $15. Then we have this little strawberry plush worth about $8. Then we have this giant strawberry shortcake rag doll. She's at least worth $30, maybe more than that. This little strawberry princess doll is worth about $12. And then we have this vintage pot holder from the 80s. It's worth about $20. And then we have this really cute little turtle that was Apple Dumpling's pet, worth about $10. This carriage still in the box is worth a big old $180. Next we have this little strawberry shortcake ornament worth about $10. This trinket box cover is worth about $6, and this number 3 ceramic figure is worth $15. And this 1982 figure with the strawberry is worth $18. Little beaded coin purse is worth about $12. And then we have these little bag clips that are pretty new. I think they're 2024, and these are worth about $12 each, and we have the whole set of 4 of these. And then next up we have these little half kind of round circle box dolls. They're called Berry Best Friends, and this is the hula one, and she is worth about $35. And then we have the strawberry shortcake as the mermaid. She's worth $100 plus actually. Here's the whole set, but all the strawberry shortcake mermaids were at least going for $100 each. Now the blueberry one is going for about $50 on eBay. She's not quite as valuable, but still $50 for a little bitty doll like that is still pretty good. And then this purple one, she is called Rainbow Sherbet, and she's worth about $50 as well. Then we have a different strawberry shortcake mermaid who is also worth another $100. And then we have this one. This is the raspberry tart, one of the newer dolls, and she's worth about $50. We have this empty bubble bath container that's worth about $15. This vintage tin is worth a big old $25. Then we've got a couple more Happy Meal toys still in the bag. I'm probably going to take these out, but these are worth about $6 each when you take them out. It's just really hard to display stuff from the toy museum still in little bags like that. And here's my helper Daisy. She likes to see what's going on, and she wanted to see what I was doing. All right, we have this little figure missing her skirt, but she's still worth $8. And this tiny puppy, he's worth $3. Then we've got a couple plastic cups. This cup is worth about $10. And then we have this Easter egg tin worth $15. And this little bitty purse that goes to somebody worth about $2 at least. And a do-it-yourself strawberry shortcake someone painted worth $3. I think I'm going to touch that up a little bit. And these plastic cups are worth $4 each. This little glass is worth about $4 as well. Got this little angel cake plush worth about $10. And a loose lemon meringue ballerina doll from 2006 worth $25. And then we have the strawberry shortcake ballerina. She's worth about $15. And then we have this vintage birthday card worth about $4. Cheaper than cards are now at the store. Got this little strawberry shortcake plush. She's worth about $8. And this little plate, I'm going to clean it up in a minute, but it's worth a few dollars. Here's another little plush worth about $8. They need a little bath and a little bath mitt worth about $10. Here's that plate after I cleaned it up. It's not strawberry shortcake, but it was so cute I decided to keep it, and it's probably worth about $3. Then we've got a couple more of those little figures we had from earlier, but these are a little harder to find. These are worth more like $8 each. And there's a whole set on the back again. And then we have 2 more from a different series, and these are also worth about $8 each. I sure hope my toy museum's going to fit all these toys because I've got a bunch, and I might have to sell a few, but I'm going to really try my best not to sell most of it. All right, I've got this wallet still on the card. It's worth about $16. And we have a strawberry shortcake ornament from Toys R Us, and it's worth $25. And I had 2 of those. I'm going to sell the other one. This 2005 calendar is worth at least $10. And then we have this Berry Happy Home set still in the box, and it's worth $300 or more. This vintage little candle holder is worth about $15 because it's got a little chip in it. And these little baby shoes of strawberry shortcake are worth about $8. This little Strawberry Shortcake book called The Catnapping is worth about $13, and the very first book is worth about $8. All right, let's see what else we have. I did open those other little figures out of the Happy Meal packages, and these are worth about $6 each. They're in really good shape because I just opened them up. From 2009, we have a Strawberry Shortcake figure PVC still in the box, worth about $27. We've got this newer tin. It's worth about $8. And then we have this vintage green tin. Believe it or not, it's worth $30. Some of them more than $30 on eBay. And this little tin is worth about $15. And then we have one more tin, and this one's worth about $15 as well. And we have a little spool of vintage ribbon worth about $3, maybe a little bit more. And what else do we have? We have the custard jar that went with our Strawberry Shortcake one earlier. It's also worth about $20. And then we have a Ben Cooper Strawberry Shortcake Halloween mask. I think this one is the apricot one. She's worth about $35. We have some jewelry. This little newer Strawberry Shortcake necklace is worth about $10. Well, apricot pin's worth about $10. And the Strawberry Shortcake ring is worth about $10. The vintage bracelet's also worth about $10. And then we have a vintage necklace also worth about $10. Fake Suzette doll is worth about $12 because those are not her original clothes. All right, the castle still in the box is worth at least $225. Some people are selling it a lot more than that, but I like to keep my values kind of low and realistic. This little Strawberry Shortcake house out of the box is worth about $30. I love how this stuff keeps going up in value. Strawberry Shortcake scooter, which is newer, is worth about $8, and the little carriage is worth about $15. And then we have another box set, and this one is the Scented Berry Home set, very rare, worth $350. This Strawberry Shortcake wig is worth about $10, and this vintage lamp we need to clean up, still worth about $20. Then we have some little vintage plush people can make themselves. We have a little Huckleberry Pie plush that's worth about $15. And then we have the Plum Pudding handmade one worth $18. And then the Strawberry Shortcake handmade pillow doll worth $20. And then we have some of our newer dolls they brought back. This one came from Toys R Us. It's a 3-pack and it's worth $125. And then we have the Philly Grooming Station, and it's worth about $65 still in the box. And then we have this little vintage flower arrangement, probably worth about $6. And then we have another little Strawberry Shortcake plush doll worth about $15. Custer the Cat plush is worth about $10. And this Island suitcase playset is worth about $45. Just need to give it a good cleaning. Sometimes that stuff likes to try to mold on the inside. That'll be fine to clean. Not really. All right, then we have this Strawberry Shortcake. It's like Lego, but it's not Lego. It's a snap and switch playset worth about $20. And then we have this vintage board game from 1981. It's a card game. It's worth about $20. And then we have this pillow with Strawberry Shortcake in it worth $30. It's kind of hard to find. And a gazebo out of the box, but still has a ton of pieces on the inside. It's probably worth a good $30. And then we have another big rag doll. She's worth about $25. And then we have these dolls on the top. Let's see how much all these are worth. The little Santa sisters up here, they're worth about $45. And then we have the Orange Blossom in the box. She is worth about $45 as well. I like the vintage dolls better that came in the little tiny boxes than these big boxes. These are so spread out. Then we have the ballerina one. She's worth about $75. She's pretty valuable. Then we have an angel cake. She's worth a good $50. This total is really going to add up at the end of this video. Then we have Strawberry Shortcake in her hat and jeans and jacket worth about $45. And then Ginger Snap, she's worth about $80. She's a little bit harder to find. All right, then we have the Sisters playset. They're worth about $60. And then we have the Very Best Friends one in her pants and hat. She's one of the first ones that came out. She's worth about $60. And then we have her in her long gown, worth about $50. Then we have some of the ponies. This one is called Cookie Dough. It's worth about $40 still in the box. And then this one is called Honey Pie, and she's worth about $30 still in the box. And then we have one that's loose, worth about $10 out of the box. And then we have this deluxe figure set called Berry Bitty Friends, and it's pretty hard to find, and it's worth $135 from Toys R Us. All right, let's see what else we have. We have this little playset. It's kind of like a Polly Pocket playset, but it's worth a good $25. And then we have Strawberry Shortcake with her little cart, and she is worth about $50. And then we have Strawberry Shortcake with her Prince Charming, worth about $55 from Toys R Us. And then we have some of the reproduction sets that just came out a few years ago. We have Strawberry Shortcake with Huckleberry Pie, already worth about $80. And then we have another one. This is Strawberry Shortcake with Blueberry Muffin, worth about $60. That's what the back of the box looks like. And then we have another one. This is Strawberry Shortcake with Lemon Meringue, worth about $95. And then we have this one that is the Bake Shop, worth about $70. And then we have just Strawberry Shortcake by herself, worth about $40. And then we have Raspberry Tart, worth about $50. A Blueberry Muffin, worth about $50. And then Angel Cake, worth about $50. Then we have these puzzles. These are pretty cool. These are worth about $8 each. And we have 4 of these. So that's another $32 we can add to our grand total at the end of the video. I think these were about the 2009, 2010 time frame. And I couldn't even find this on eBay, so I just guessed it at about $50, but it could be worth a lot more than that. They're on a stage, like a rock star set. Little plates worth about $8. And then we've got this oversized giant alarm clock that's really cool, and it's worth about $32. Have a little plush pony of Honey Pie, worth about $10. And then a Strawberry Shortcake doll worth $20, and apple dumplings worth $15, and the little nude Strawberry Shortcake one's worth about $10. And then we have lime chiffon worth $50, and raspberry tarts $30, and the little nude apricot dolls worth about $10. This is not Strawberry Shortcake. It's called Cherry Mary Muffin, and she's worth about $20. And this is not Strawberry Shortcake, but it's this cute little lemon doll worth about $10. And then this stuff was just on my shelves. It's from Kleenex. They're tissues, and they would come in these little triangular shaped boxes, but when you put them all together, they would make these big pies. So they're worth about $4 each. This big Pez topper for a display in a store is worth about $10 because it's got a few creases in it. But back to those pies, I just think they're so cool. And at $4 each, when you add them all up together with the little trays, worth at least $48. And then we had these little vintage strawberries we had everywhere just to make cute displays. But some of these are old and handmade, and I valued them anywhere from about 50 cents each to $1 each. And some of them are ceramic. And then we have some where someone had painted walnuts into strawberries and some plastic ones. But when I did all the math and added them all up, they're worth about $53 for the whole set. So that's everything we have in this video of our Strawberry Shortcake stuff. So let's see how much it's all worth. Now, our previous 376 videos of value in my toy collection, our collection was worth $934,996. When you add this video to it, we can add another $5,112 to our overall grand total. This is one of our larger videos. It really added up in price. That's a lot. So for this episode 377 of Value in My Toy Collection, when we add all of our Strawberry Shortcake merchandise to our grand total, our overall grand total now is $940,108. That's so impressive. And I still got a lot more videos of toys to make, so I'm hoping my collection is going to be worth $1 million. But I'm not a millionaire. I've just been saving these toys all my life, going to garage sales and flea markets, thrift stores, looking online, and it's just accumulated to this big old total. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. They're a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but I love seeing what I have and what it's actually worth because it's just been sitting on shelves for years collecting dust. So when I go through it all now, it's almost like Christmas time where I'm finding stuff I didn't remember I had. It's just pretty exciting to me. So I'm also putting all the toys online on our Facebook page, and it's called the Toy Vault of Mississippi. So definitely go check that out if you have time. And if you like our videos, please subscribe because it helps the channel grow. So until our next video, guys, we will see you then.